Hi friends, welcome back to my channel SciTaker. In this I'm going to do the extreme CPU throttling test comparison between the iQOO 7 versus Realme X1 Max device. During this extreme CPU throttling test, I'll try to do this kind of test for about 30 minutes of time. Yes friends, continuously for 30 minutes I'll try to do between these both phones. Let's see how well the phone's gonna maintain regarding the CPU throttling overall scores. That's what I'm going to concentrate in this video. And these are tests which I'm trying to do after the recent Realme UI 3.0 update, and both phones are completely charged to 100% of the battery capacity. So you can clearly see friends 100%. Let me try to disable the SIM as well, so there's no SIM card at this moment. Aeroplane mode, as you can see exactly, and all the apps are completely clear from the background as well. There's no background running application at this moment, and there's no high performance mode, there's no ultra game mode, nothing is enabled during this process of testing, just only CPU throttling test application. So you're getting notification saying it is not enabled, it's only disabled. Okay, don't worry about that. It is disabled. Ultra game mode, nothing is enabled. And time I need to change to 30 minutes of time. So 30 minutes, both phones are completely changed, right? 30 minutes. So I'm gonna be back after some time friends, just to check what is happening overall with the temperatures and everything. Right now both phones are charged to 100%. That's kind of perfectly fine. There's nothing much problem about that. And temperatures 28 degrees and 28.8 degrees Celsius. Perfect. And let me just start the test and stopwatch at same time. So right now, as you can see friends, everything has started at the same time only. The CPU throttling graph and the stopwatch, everything as you can clearly see. Now this test will go on for about 30 minutes continue. So I'll continuously do this kind of CPU throttling test for 30 minutes of time using 100 threads, which is a maximum number of threads possible in this application. And I'll try to check the temperatures for every maybe 5 to 10 minutes of time. So in this way we'll be able to calculate what's happening with overall temperatures, 28.8 degrees Celsius and 30.2 degrees Celsius. Again I'll be back after some time. Let's see friends, how is the temperatures and how is the graph. We'll go between these both phones. After some time again I'll be back, maybe after 5 to 10 minutes of time. So right now, as you can see friends, it's been 10 minutes of time. In 10 minutes you can clearly see what's happening between these both phones regarding the CPU throttling graph. 38.2 degrees Celsius and 38.8 degrees Celsius. So definitely friends, the Realme X1 Max has got a lot of throttling going on at this moment. You can clearly see it's kind of really huge. So the battery is really high. As you can see, the battery is pretty close to like 97%. There should not be any kind of issues. You can clearly see friends what is happening with the throttling at this moment after 10 minutes of time only. So again I'll be back after 10 more minutes. So for every 10 minutes we'll try to compare what's happening with the graph overall. But iQOO 7 started to decrease little bit, like gradually it's decreasing little by little, but Realme X1 Max suddenly it did decrease the performance, as you can see. So I will be back after 20 minutes of time, then we can discuss more details. So right now, as you can see friends, after 20 minutes of continuously doing the CPU throttling test results, these are the graph which we got here. As you can clearly see, the Realme X1 Max struggles a lot. And one more quick note, you might be seeing some kind of small drop in terms of the performance. So that's because the screen got locked automatically, because there is only 10 minutes of screen. So if I don't touch the screen will get automatically locked. That's what happened at this moment. So you can see the graph how it is. So overall the temperatures, I feel the iQOO 7 is slightly higher, but let's check 40 degrees in the iQOO 7 device, and Realme X1 Max is maintaining 40 degrees as well. 40. Even with the low performance scores, but still the temperature is really high in the Realme X1 Max. On the back side it's about 39.4 degrees on the back side, and Realme X1 Max on the back side it's about 38.2 degrees. So these are the scores which we got right now, as you can clearly see friends, 40. So both phones are maintaining exactly same level of 40 temperatures, 40 degrees Celsius. Again I'll be back after getting close to 30 minutes of time. Then we can actually discuss more details, what's happening with the overall graph as well. But till now the iQOO 7 looks really good, Snapdragon 870 chipset. As you can see friends, right now we're getting close to exactly 30 minutes of time. For 30 minutes continuously I did run the CPU throttling test as well. Is the temperatures 40 degrees Celsius and 39.6 degrees Celsius. So 39.8 as well, not bad. So in terms of the temperatures wise, pretty close to each other friends, nothing much major difference. But look at the performance consistent, how it's maintained in the iQOO 7 device when compared with the Realme X1 Max device. For 30 minutes non-stop I did run, and temperatures both phones are completely same, 40 degrees Celsius only. And once the test finishes, we'll be able to see the results, what's happening between these two phones after 30 minutes of time. And finished, done. So now we got the results friends. CPU total up to 7% of its maximum peak performance, and CPU total up to 85% of its maximum peak performance, as you can clearly see here. And the highest score is about 3,50,000 and average is 3,19,000 and minimum is 2,61,000. That's because when the screen got locked, that's the reason why the performance decreased a little bit in this point, as you can clearly see, friends. And next, Realme X Max 3,66,000 and average is 2,80,000 and minimum is only 1,95,000. That's pretty low scores between these both phones regarding the CPU totaling test results. As you can clearly see, friends, what's happening in terms of the overall graph and everything. So definitely, friends, the Snapdragon 870 feels really good and stable for long time performance, as you can clearly see. And one more quick note, I totally forgot to show you the battery percentage, how much it got dropped. It dropped about 81% and 83% regarding the battery drop. As you can see, not bad. So slightly kind of better in the iQOO sound device at this moment. You can clearly see, friends. And maybe with the stable version, the things might be slightly different in terms of the draining issues, which is happening at this moment. So hopefully they should get fixed with a stable update as well as soon as possible. Meanwhile, signing off, friends. Thank you for watching. Until then, stay tuned. Bye.